wonderful viewers, welcome to FTV based on Dance for Life Party Extreme, the art of sculpting without tracing. I am Queen Emilia. Today we'll be having an incredible personality all the way from Lagos State. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned, I'll be right back.
DJ KY's God, get it?
Yeah,
Get it?
I go a daily. I'm a mock and what time they pull. Cause I pull up in the mutton jar solo. Obasama Kigada Guago. I go talk about Wukade zone. Kitchen make a name walk. Past life when I Wukade born.
Welcome back, guys. It's all about Dance for Life Party Extreme, the art of sculpting without tracing. We'll be having an incredible personality. She's not just an incredible personality, but she's very versatile in her skills. She has not just made River State and Nigerian proud, but she has also made her generation proud. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to help me welcome UKALINA.
Ta-da!
Welcome,
you.
sweetheart.
Thank
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
It was really nice having you here. So how was your journey coming down to Port Harcourt?
Very smooth. I was pretty excited before time, so every time I have to come home, I'm very excited.
When you say home, are you from River State?
Oh yes, I'm a Rivers chick.
Really? What part of River State are
I'm
you?
from Ahoda East local government area.
Oh my God, that's really, really beautiful. Okay, so can you tell me about your dance career?
Okay, where do you want me to start from? Okay, I started my career in Port Harcourt. You know, one thing about Port Harcourt dancers, we all started from the church.
Okay.
So I started with a group called Pure Gold, Make Them Mine International. So we had a dance group and a music session. I was part of Pure Gold.
Okay.
I met them performing on stage. I went with my elder sister and I saw them performing. So I was like, okay, so you can do this in church. Because growing up in my secondary school days, I used to go for Akonaki and all that. So I never thought that you could do that in church. So when I saw them, I said I wanted to join, and I joined. We used to train in UST back in the days. And so we performed everywhere. And when it was time for me to go to the university, I was kind of sad, but I'm like, you know what? I have to look for people who dance. So I looked, when I got into school, the first week, I looked for dancers and I found them and I joined them.
Okay.
Fast forward, everybody knew I was a dancer in school, even my lecturers. It was that
Okay.
bad.
Getting to that level,
Yeah.
question for your desired passion. Was there any time you had a limitation from mom and dad?
My dad didn't know I was a dancer.
Okay.
We hid it from him. My mom knew us. She's my number one fan. My
For-
mom has
for
always
how long?
we hid it from my dad till it was time to go to Maltina. My dad didn't know.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So when you were that popular in university as a professional dancer, didn't he hear about it? Maybe
No.
some family, friends, church people telling him.
I schooled in University of Nigeria in Suka. My dad,
Oh,
my dad had no
that's way
idea.
far away from River State.
Besides that, he wanted me to be a lawyer. He didn't even know I switched to mass communication before time.
Okay. So tell me about Martina dance. So what was the motivation that drives you to go for that competition, regardless of you not having the support of your father?
Oh well, my friend, my best friend,
Okay.
his younger brother won the first edition.
Okay.
Chukwumaonye. And when I went to the house,
Oh.
their house to visit, the mom was like, she calls me my baby, and she's like, my baby, you need to go for the second one. I'm
Okay.
like, why, mommy? I don't want to go. You know, so there was that push. My friend, my best friend Anderson, he was like, UK, you have to go. I was going back and forth with that thing, with that thought. I didn't know if I should or not, but you know, they encouraged me, and then I brought the idea to my mom, my sisters, and my brothers, and they're like, you should go.
Oh, since mom and dad and everybody's in support, dad not seeing yes.
No, my dad was not aware. You should know some fathers. My dad particularly, he's a very busy man.
Okay.
He never used to concern himself with every little detail of what we do as children. Yeah, he was aware we liked sports. My dad's a sports coach, so he knows, he gives us that liberty to do whatever. So he will never question, because he felt like, okay, my kids know me, they know what I don't like, they know what I'm in support of and all that. So nobody brought that kind of a thing to him. So when it was time for Maltina, I had to talk to my uncles that the ones that if they say please allow her, he would just allow. And then my mom was then I had already gone for the first
audition.
For the audition, I won, and I was chosen already. So I had to bring it to him because they were going to come to the house to interview.
So at
And
the
you know,
end of the day,
yeah, so if your dad, and you know, then if your dad is not in support,
you're
you
not
lose
going.
the chance. So we had to water the ground, and my dad agreed.
So what was it like meeting with other tribe in the house, having to learn a lot of dance that you're not used to, and dad being a sportsman and like seeing strange faces in the house? Oh my god, how did this girl bring me here? So how are you able to manage all those drama?
First of all, my dad didn't want to go, and he was looking at, of course, I'm gonna stay for 4 days. And staying for 4 days, I looked at my dad. Dad, you want to stay only 4 days? He said yes. But when he got into the house, we're like, is it what it is? I'm staying for the 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Wow.
And that's how my dad stayed all through. And then when we met other people, my dad was the oldest.
Okay.
He was the eldest man in the house. So he was just
Feeling himself.
observant. My dad is quiet. My dad is quiet. I'm like a noisy person. Like,
Okay.
and my mom, I took it from my mom. My mom is very friendly and
okay.
out there, but my dad is reserved. So my dad would try as much as possible to. In fact, he was more with the other fathers.
Okay.
Because you know they are men. They would talk and laugh and everything. But my dad enjoyed his stay in the
Okay.
house because he kept telling me I enjoyed my stay. So I was
Moving
glad
on
he
to
did.
the grand finale.
Yeah.
You know, being an introvert, that you're not that mingling type, and you see a whole lot of people, and you have to put a whole lot of energy to win this competition. What was the agreement between Pop? You know, because the last season I watched, a father said, I don't like to be here, but for the fact that my daughter is here, I have to make sure I win. So, what was the winning victory like?
Okay, during the competition, the course of the competition, my dad, I was picked on a lot during the
Okay.
competition. So most of the time I was crying or feeling sad. My dad encouraged me and he told me, he said, because you're good and because you're here already, I think you're going to win it. So focus on the prize. Ignore whatever it is that they are saying to you, they are doing to you. My dad encouraged me, and even on the grand finale, my dad, like I said, my dad is someone that will forget the dance we're about to go on stage. He will now ask me, as well, they are calling my family.
After so much
UKALINA,
rehearsal.
yes, he said, UKALINA, where should I start from? Right or the left? As in, my head will almost want to explode. I'm like, Daddy, we're going on stage and you're doing that, like, really? So,
At the end of the day,
at the end of the day,
he would
pull through. So he was my backbone, I would say. He gave me his support, and then there wasn't any agreement. The only thing was, after we won, he sat me down and he asked me, and he said, "Is it dance you really want to do?" I said, "Yes, Daddy." And he said, "I give you my blessings."
Okay.
And then he said, "From the wings, take the money. I don't need anything from you. Take the car." Then he told them, put the car in her name. So
Wow, that was beautiful. So after the victory, what was the next agenda? Because a lot of people get to win a lot of competition, and at the end of the day, they got nothing to give back to the society. So how has it been with you after then?
all right, so I'll say superb. I've traveled to many places. I've taken classes from thousands of teachers. Okay, I'll start from when I won. Immediately I won, I went to Society for the Performing Arts in Nigeria because I wanted to further my education in dance.
Okay.
Like, I always wanted to be a dancer. So when I found that opportunity, I was like, yes, I got it. And then I trained in Span for 2 years. I trained in Lebanon within that 2 years, and in Nigeria from teachers. We had teachers from America, we had teachers from France, and also teachers from Nigeria. And after 2 years, I became the head of dance.
Wow.
Yes, I headed the dance academy, the dance department. It was a huge responsibility. I wasn't very prepared for, so I learned on the job. And being the head of dance, it requires me representing the organization, speaking to young people, teaching children, teaching adults, traveling, learning, and performing. So 8 years of my life, I didn't have any other thing than to dance, teach, learn, dance, teach, learn. Studio was my life. Studio house, studio house, studio house.
Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, having said all these beautiful experience right now, so I like to call you a dance feminist.
Okay.
So 2 years from now, what's your plan for the Rivers people where you came from?
Okay, so thanks for asking that question, because I asked myself that question years ago, and I still ask myself when it was time for Afro-Latin convention. So I'm speaking with some of my colleagues that we all came from Port Harcourt, and even those that are from River State.
Okay.
I said to them, I said, we have to go back to the city, and we have to go and help those young people. We have to go and create platforms for them, and we have to go and coach and guide them. Because the truth is, we all came from Port Harcourt, and the reason why we left was because we found bigger platforms to shine. Now, if we don't create platforms in Port Harcourt, we'll keep having people leaving the city, our best hands leaving the city. So why don't we build something for our people in the city, and then we can now still be coming from time to time and bring those things that happen in Lagos to Port Harcourt to grow the industry in Port Harcourt. So 2 years from now, I hope we can have this convention in a bigger way, and we can have things like Dance Icon in a bigger way, whereby we'll have workshops for people that they see, they idolize.
Okay.
We bring them down here to coach, to teach, to vibe, and also to create huge shows and competitions so that the industry here will thrive just the way Lagos is thriving.
Okay.
Abuja, they are building it for themselves, so we should also do that for Port Harcourt.
Wow, that's beautiful actually. Is anything creating a dance academy here in the state part of the project?
Is creating an academy. Well, there are academies. The only thing,
a big academy.
a big academy.
Like the way Lagos have.
For example, what Lagos has, let me be real. Lagos has Society for the Performing Arts in Nigeria, where I came from.
Okay.
That's the only academy
Dancers have.
yes, they have. They have other academies that run, but they have Corporate Dance World. They run an academy as well, but that's 1 year. Span is 2 years. So these two organizations just are the only existing ones in Lagos.
Okay.
Yes, there are other academies that are that they are specialized. For example, we have Leap for Dance Academy. That's strictly for ballet.
Okay.
You get Dance Deal, which is Corporate Dance World. They have versatile dance styles. Span, the same thing. They have versatile dance styles. Every other dance company is just a company that teach people who work, that have run studio classes. So it's the same thing I noticed in Port Harcourt. We have dance companies or small dance academies that are structured to cater to specialized styles, but not in total. I used to know about one where I was supposed to be part of before I went for Maltina. That's Mona Dance School. So I don't know. I don't hear much. So I don't know much of what is happening. But if it's for us to create that academy, it will require all of us coming together, I tell you. Because an academy is not a dance studio. So it will require lots of support from every other person.
Well, really, that's so nice. It was really an incredible time with our Queen UKALINA. It is really, really amazing. FTV family, we're so happy to have you here. One last thing as we're signing out right now, what would be your advice to the upcoming dancers who actually want to be like you someday? They actually want to be at the limelight. So what's your word for them?
One word I have for you is focus. I will say focus because don't be carried away by the jamboree of dance. Because people celebrate people. I want to. No. They celebrate people who are true to the passion, to the word dance. Meaning you need to know this is what you want to do for life. You cannot be a doctor just because they celebrate doctors. You have to be a doctor because you know you're passionate about it and you know what you want to use it for. So be focused. Stop looking left, right, back, forward, whatever it is, and you're carried away by Instagram or carried away by Facebook and all what people sell. I don't know. But you should know dance is a profession and it's very serious. You have to spend money, you have to spend time, you have to give it time to grow. It's not something you learn in 1 day, in 1 week, in 2 months, in 1 year, in 2 years. It's something that is a progressive training, it's a progressive skill. So you have to keep training and learning. And secondly, keep pride away. Keep pride, because once you're good, it doesn't mean you're the best. Trust me, it's like a goal. You have to keep squashing every goal as you go. So never ever allow pride take over you and be willing to learn. Do not think you have arrived, because I don't know. I think I'm still learning, and people are like, says who? No, I'm still learning. Nobody is the best. You can be the best tomorrow, and the next person will be the best next tomorrow. So you have to keep your head low and you have to stay focused.
All right, thank you very much. I'm really amazed by what you said. You need to stay focused, you need to stay humble, and you need to stay determined. That's the right words from our dance princess. Keep listening to FTV V's on Dance for Life Party. Extreme, the art of sculpting without tracing. Do you have a shout out for us?
Oh yes, keep listening to FTV, right?
Yes.
Keep watching.
Don't forget, without a dancer dancing to the rhythm of the music, there is no enjoyment. So that is why you have to put on your dancing shoes as we rock it down. And if you want to get a lot of amazing updates about Dance for Life Party Extreme, so subscribe to our YouTube channel on FTV Base, on Instagram at Fitness Talk Show, like our Facebook page on Obi Radio FM.
Okay, friends, I am so glad you are here to celebrate.
What you gonna say?
OBRadioFM.com.
I got it covered. Please relax. Just do your job.
Art of sculpting without tracing.